we're going to kick it off. All right, cool. So I'm going to share my screen in just a sec, guys, but so you guys can like see what I'm actually talking about. But I was talking with Mikey and Chris Derrick the other day and was just kind of going over a few things. And one thing that I heard from a call they did last week, they talked about tap rooting, right? I think the last few calls that we've had, like these trainings and stuff, we've talked about, leading by example, like how important it is to just, own your process, stay consistent. We talked about, your daily schedule, your routine. We talked about, your vision, our vision, goal setting, things like that. And now I think, and then last week we talked about the exposure process. So everything's kind of like been building off of each other. And if you guys haven't seen those recordings, or maybe you didn't, you weren't able to be on the call, they're all on my YouTube channel, so you can go back. But this one, I think this is like a next level for you guys, like a perfect conversation to have, with you guys. You're very serious. You want to go to the next level. Well, this is something I heard Chris Derrick talk about. And he was like, if you really want to go out and like build this thing, I'll send the YouTube in the chat, Arnold, you can see it. But if you guys really want to go out and build this business with everybody on this call wants to do, like this is a skill set that we want to be able to double down on. And it's tap rooting, right? And I'll explain what Chris Derrick said, because he basically was going over how, when you bring on your newest person, okay, I'm gonna share this in a way that's gonna make sense, because my personal take on it, just from experience over the last 3.5 years, is I've seen what to do and also what not to do. And you guys probably the same way to a certain degree. I've definitely seen what to do and what not to do. And when it comes to bringing on your newest person, a lot of times people, they just think, it's over. All right, cool. Like, awesome. Go jump into the go live sessions, jump on the academy, and they really have no plan of action for them. So we want to make sure, obviously, again, we have a system laid out for every single person that gets started, because that's where the real work starts. We're not just bringing on people as a sign-up game just to hit the next rank, just to get, that residual check. I mean, I don't think any of you guys are doing that for that reason. Obviously, we do it for the chat, like the residual money. Don't just trust me, guys. Like, you guys all know, like, the residuals are a game changer, but obviously there's a bigger motive behind that. Money isn't going to sustain our desire with this. So obviously we want to have a system in play, so when somebody gets brought on, they know exactly where they're going. Like my little cousin, he just got started, and he's been messaging me all the time, and I'm so excited about him because he's already gone through the series 100 and 200 twice, and he just got started the other day. I think it was on Thursday or Friday. He just got started, and I got on a call with him this morning, and I was realizing throughout, my process with training and bringing on him, I was like, okay, obviously, like, I'm doing different things with him because he's my cousin, but I was like, no, Abby, you still need to be very duplicatable. So it made me go back and realize some of the things that I've been doing, and making sure, okay, if I'm doing it with one person, I'm gonna have to be able to do it with everybody. So that's why I want to show you guys this. So number one, before I go into the tap rooting, because that's going to come, I want to show you the launch call, okay, the launch plan. And this is going to be recorded, so if you want to know how to do this on your own, you can always go back through this. And guys, I've tested out different things with, what other leaders are doing, what so-and-so's doing, and I haven't seen anything that just makes sense. If what I'm about to share with you makes sense for you, please feel free to use it. If you want to add your own, twist on it, whatever, go for it. But the launch call is the most important aspect of this. Okay, when you get somebody on, that first critical 72-hour period, 24-hour period, they've got to be able to get in there, and they've got to be able to start seeing progress. A lot of people say, you want them to see a result. Yes, that's important. But when we bring on people, we are focusing on the long-term vision. What are your goals? Write out your goals, short-term and long-term. So let me share this so you guys can actually see what the heck Abby's talking about. Give me one sec. Okay. All right, y'all. So I'm bringing it back to the guide. Hopefully you guys can all see this. Please let me know if you can't. But this is the guide. I use this for everything, guys. Just to give you an example, my cousin, he just got started. So the first thing I did was I sent him this. Okay, I sent him this. I said, hey, go through the welcome guide and let's jump on a call. We schedule a call for literally like within the next hour after he got started. Cool. So once we got on the phone, I said, all right, cool, man. Like, what have you done so far since you got started? So I let them talk, tell me where they're at. So he was like, well, I went through the welcome guide and then I was able to get into the IM.center. And I was like, perfect, bro. So on the launch call, what I'm doing, everything's already written right here. It's not like you have to think of things. Everything is right here. So I'm going over, all right, man, like, what's your why? Like, is it cool? And I'll ask for their permission. Like, is it cool for me to hold you accountable? Because along your journey, like, you're going to experience fear, or sorry, you're going to experience doubt. You know, this journey is not for the weak, the small-minded. Like, this journey is worth it. So I want to be able to help you and hold you accountable as you go down your journey. Why are you doing this in the first place? And so he was sharing that with me, and I was writing stuff down, because every person I bring on, I write down their why and what they want to get out of this. Okay, so I write down their why. They're very clear on it, and I tell them, make sure you write that down and write down some of your goals. So he was telling me his goals. He wants to move out to Arizona. He wants to be on his own. Right now, he's living with his parents. He's 19. I'm like, dude, you got the world at your fingertips. Like, just stay consistent and be coachable. So he was telling me his goals. So I was like, you can't go through the academy. You can't go and learn this skill set and to go live and everything like that until you get this down. You have to know why, and you have to know where you're going. That's what the goals and the why are for. So this is first. So I go over that with them. I make them say it out loud, and we write it down. So we get very clear, and they write it down after the call or on the call. And then after that, I say, cool, man, like the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to go through the 100 and the 200 series videos first. Okay. Let me make sure that you can log into the IM.center. So they go to the IM.center, they can log in, and I say, okay, cool. You're going to click on academies. And you're going to start going through these videos. Like, super simple. He did this. He went through both of these series 2 times in like a 24-hour period. Like, just boom. Okay. So I was like, all right, man, like, this is what you want to be able to complete within your first 72 hours. And then after that, you're going to spend about 2 to 4 weeks on Go Live. You're going to scroll down to where it says, are you a new member? And then you're going to find an educator that you like. That's it. Like, super simple. Like, this is very simple. We don't want to give them a lot of information, because complexity, nobody takes action. Everybody just gets confused. So it's just 4 basic steps. And something I'm going to put in this doc right here, you guys will be able to scroll down, and I'm going to put it right under here, is this pager right here. I actually will send this to them sometimes, but don't feel like this is a lot of information. It's just systematic. Okay. Cause when I'm on the launch call, I'm actually reading this out loud to them. So we'll go over the welcome guide. We're going to go over their why, their goals, make sure they can log into the IM.center, and then walk through their first 72 hours, because this is the most critical part. So what we did is he went through the series 100 and 200. He downloaded MetaTrader 4 on his phone. We created a demo account. And right now he's creating his live account where he can verify his documents. So when it's time to put money into his live account, his account will already be ready to go. So we get that done within the first 72 hours. And then I ask him on the call, like, this call, guys, is like 10, 15 minutes. It's nothing crazy. I say, hey, like, do you want to be able to take advantage of getting your membership for free? Most of the time they're going to say, yeah. I haven't really heard anybody say no. But most of the time they're going to say, yeah. I don't even go into the residual side unless maybe they're a marketer or, something like that. Once they get their membership for free, that's a question that I'll ask down the road, or unless they ask me personally, because all I want these guys to do is just focus on the trading, because if they can get in and really be a product of the product, they're naturally going to see the vision of this, and then they're going to want to build, if that ever is a thing down the road. But I'll say, hey man, like, do you want to take advantage of getting your membership for free? Yeah, that would be dope. Okay, cool. Do you mind if I share with you the system of how we do that? Usually what we do is we'll break this down, and you're able to go out and do this within your first week or 2. But you have to follow the system. Is that cool? So I get their permission. They're agreeing to it. Okay, yeah. Okay, so what you want to do is basically you want to watch this video. So you want to make a list of 30 people. So it's just your warm market. Okay, so you want to make a list of like 30 people, and you want to watch this video. So this video is actually right here in the welcome guide. They scroll down. I'll say, hey, go to that welcome guide. Scroll down to where it says get your membership for free. Start here. This is a 6-minute video that Mike Sotero does, and he basically breaks down how to go out and do this for yourself. I'm not going to obviously play the whole thing. You guys can watch this, but literally, like, He literally writes down right here. They can write it down on their phone or write it down on a piece of paper, and they know exactly what to do, how to go out and talk to somebody in their warm market, how to invite them and send them information. Like, that's it. Like, this is so simple. And I'm not up here telling every single person how to do this. What do? We duplicate. We send them a video. They go out and watch it. They take it seriously. They're going to go out and do it. Okay. Now here's the kicker, guys, because this is great. Trust me, this is great. Once they go and do this, make a list of 30 people, send the video out. Okay. Do that within your first 72 hours. Once you do that, now you're going to spend the next 2 to 4 weeks on Go Live with a basics educator. That's it. Like, this is so simple. Okay. And this is going to be in this Google Doc. So you guys will always be able to reference it for yourself. Okay. But here's the thing, guys. Now, let's say we bring on somebody, right? So my cousin Jake, I just told him to go and do this. Cool. Now let's say I'm giving him a week. So if he follows the process, I should be getting into group chats, right, with his people. Now, if a week goes by and he hasn't really done anything with that, or he hasn't made any progress, I'm going to message him and I'm going to say, hey man, like, how's your trading progress going? Yada, yada. It's going good, Abby. And then he might bring it up. And if he doesn't, I'm going to say, how's the membership going? I really want to help you get your membership for free. How's your progress with that going? He will, and if no progress is being made, then what I'm going to ask him is say, hey, I totally get it. I really want you to focus on the trading side. If it's okay with you, if you send me your list, the contact numbers and their names, their Instagram handles, their Snapchat users, their Facebook, whatever, if you send me your list, I'll actually reach out to them on your behalf. Now, this is what Chris Derrick talked about, and this was like game changer, because he said that most of the time, the person that comes into your business that is going to like build this thing to the moon is not going to be in your network. It's going to be in somebody else's network. And he said, you never want to leave, a network just out high and dry. You want to take advantage of that. So what we do is we give them the opportunity, because obviously, like, we want to duplicate people, right? Or we want to duplicate what we know and teach them, but we're not, you can only lead a horse to water. We can't force them to drink it. So we give them the opportunity to go out and do this for themselves and actually learn. And if they get inspired, they're like, whoa, like, this is cool. I could bring on 2 people. All right, let's go P150. Let's go P600. Can you do that? But if this is something that they're not, just whatever, they're not doing it, don't leave that network out there. Say, hey, if it's cool with you, I'd love for you to send me those contacts and I'll reach out to them on your behalf. Now, guys, I am doing this right now with somebody that's been a part of the business for the last 2 years, who has been so loyal to learning how to trade, but has just not gotten their membership for free. So I just tried this out this week, and I messaged the guy and I was like, hey, like, I really want to help you out, man. Like, I see you like staying consistent. If it's cool, if you make a list of 30 people or more and you send it to me, I'll actually reach out to them on your behalf. So literally, like, within the next hour, he made a list and he screenshot it to me, like 15 different phone numbers, Instagrams, all that stuff. So I went and I reached out to all of them. And guys, I'm going to show you let me pull it up really quick. Actually, I sent it to my Facebook. Okay. So this is, hopefully it's going to turn out blue. Can you guys still read this? Even though it's black and blue? I'm just going to assume you can. Okay. I'll read it out loud, but I'm going to put it in here so you guys have it. So anyways, I messaged Mike Sotero and I was like, hey man, like, if you're going to Taproot and you're going to reach out to somebody on your team on their behalf, what would you say? And so he sent me something like this. I like rewrote it a little bit, but he sent me something like this. And I was like, oh shit. So basically what I did is I took all his contacts and I literally just switched up the name. And I was like, hey Rob, my name is Abby. I'm reaching out on behalf of so-and-so. They gave me your contact because they said you'd be a great fit or a good fit to make more money with the platform that we're a part of. Would you be down to check it out if I sent you some info on it? That's literally what I sent to like 30 plus people. And you know how many exposures I've gotten out of it so far since yesterday? Right now, I've gotten 11 exposures out of 30. And that's not even everybody that's responded back to me. That's insane, guys. That's insane. So right now, like what I've been doing is now it's like today I'm following up with them. Some of them have already reached back out to me saying, hey, I'm interested. Some of them don't have the money yet. Cool. We'll put them on, okay, we're going to follow up with you in 30 days. Follow up with you and blah, blah, blah. So like we're going to have a pipeline now. Cool. So what I'm doing is now with the people that say they're interested, awesome. Like what was your biggest takeaways? What did you like best? This, and that. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Well, I know you probably have some questions, or I'll say first, like, you know, what questions do you have, or do you have any, to something you're ready to get started with? They say whatever they say. I'm like, awesome, awesome girl, awesome man. I'm going to put you in a group chat with one of my great friends and mentors. They've been helping me along my journey. I know they're going to be able to help you too. That's all I say, guys. It's not a big thing. A lot of people make it a big deal to put their people in a group chat with like me or whatever. It's really that simple. Ask what they like best. Do you have any questions? Is this something you're ready to get started with? Figure out what they say. If they say no, like I'm not interested, then just leave it. But if they obviously show interest, they just have some questions or a little hesitant, skeptical, just say, hey, no worries. Like I've been there too. I had some questions as well. Let me put you in a group chat real quick. Or let me introduce you to a mentor of mine. Look out for a group chat, blah, blah, blah. They've helped me, and then they're going to be able to help you too. That's what I did. And so I put a few people in a group chat with Mike, and like we've already have follow-up dates set up for them. So like this is something that's going to be so powerful with the newest person that you bring on. So go through this process right here on the launch call, reach back out to them after that 72-hour mark, see where they're at, okay? And then give them a week to go out and actually do the make a list part and send the membership or send the video to, or get them on the Zoom calls. If they still haven't done anything with it, then that's when you can go in and say, hey, if it's cool with you, if you send me your list, I'll actually reach out to your friends, to whoever on your behalf. And then you just say this. And if they say, yeah, send it over, say, awesome. I have a 20-minute video. Is right now a great time to watch it? You know, or if I sent you a 20-minute video, when would you be able to watch it? What time works for you? Okay, great. Find the time, send it, follow up, an hour later. Or what I usually do is give people a 24-hour window. No more than 24 hours until the follow-up needs to be taken care of. And that's it. Like that's literally it. And imagine if you do this with every single person that you get started. Like I'm already going through, I was like, okay, wow, that was powerful. So I'm already going through all of my personals that don't have their membership for free. And I'm going to be reaching out to them this weekend, literally doing the exact same thing. But instead of, because at this point, a lot of them have been in for more than 30 days, more than a week. So I'm just going to say, hey, like I really want to help you get your membership for free if that's something you're open to. If you just send me a list of the people that you would want to share this with, or should probably check this out, I'll reach out to them on your behalf. And that's it. It's literally like what I'm going to do. And I learned this from Mikey and Christopher Derrick. So I always like to bring it back to those that I learned it from, because I don't want you guys thinking like I'm just kind of like pulling this out of my ass. Like I'm actually taking it from people that, are finding success in the business. So I'm going to add this pager right here so you guys have it in this document. That way it's something you guys can always reference back to. And like when I'm on a launch call, I'll just have this pulled up. I'll just say, hey, open up that document I sent you. They'll pull this up and they'll go to the welcome guide right here. And then we'll follow along, and I'll just knock through these steps. Super simple. Super, super, super simple. The last thing I wanted to share with you guys, and then like let's open it up for discussion. I want to hear what you guys think. Any input. I did this yesterday. I was showing Josh this and he was pretty excited, but I put together some team promotions, and I think you guys are going to get excited about this because I've always wanted to do something like this. And, I wasn't in the right, frame of mind. I was still trying to get my stuff together, and I'm just really excited because I said at the beginning of the month, May is the month of breakthroughs. May is, a turning point for a lot of us. And I truly do believe that. So I'm going to show you guys this. So you guys this is open for anybody on our squad. Anybody on our squad. I don't care if they're my personal or not. I don't care if there's somebody I'm directly working with. on our team, if they go out and they crush these, I'll freaking like, I'll do whatever I need to do. And if you guys want to do it for your squad, feel free to leverage this. But this is something I put together. And if someone on your team does any of this, hit me up, let me know, and we'll send it out. So just to kind of go through it, again, this is in the document. If you go 2 and free and or 1,000 experience points in the IM Academy, I'm going to get you a Be All In t-shirt or tank top. And I'll explain that in just a second. But 2 and free, not everybody wants to get their membership for free, and I respect that. I'm not in here to force anybody to do anything. Okay, I know they always say, you know, you don't have a real customer until they get their membership for free. Okay, that's cool. But I'm not forcing anybody to go out and get their membership for free. Somebody just wants to learn how to trade, go freaking learn how to trade, man. Like, that's why we're here. Okay, so I'll get them a t-shirt. If you go in the IM Center, you can see like where your status is. And you'll get experience points based on, you know, what you're doing in the academy. You'll build experience points. So for anybody that gets 1,000 experience points or more, send me a text. I'll get them a Be All In t-shirt. I was just wearing it the other day. Otherwise I would show you guys. But the Be All In, it's kind of like a mantra we've been talking about. You know, you can't be ballin' until you're all in, be all in. So it's just kind of dope. One of my really good friends actually owns the company. So we get like discounts and stuff when we order t-shirts and whatever. So this is just something really cool. It's just kind of like a motto and a mantra for our squad. If you guys are about it, cool. If you're not, just all good. But I have like 10 t-shirts at home. So whoever does this, 2 and free, 1,000 experience points within the center, I'll send them out a t-shirt or a tank top. And it'll be dope. So P150, we've got some P150s already locked and loaded. We have some people approaching P150, really excited. So I'll send you the Building an Empire book. And guys, this book, Game Changer, we have it on Audible, and Game Changer book, Jason Brown like preaches about it. So I'll be sending this book to you. Just let me know once you smack it. P600, I'll just send you like the IM gear, guys. The IM Academy gear is like next level. It's like dope. Like I've seen the sweatshirts, I've seen the shirts and stuff. Like the quality is really good. And who doesn't want to have the gear on hand? So I'll send you. Honestly, guys, I put t-shirt in here, but like P600 is a big level. So if you don't have the sweatshirt, I'll send you the sweatshirt too. Whatever. Okay. P1000, Platinum 1000. I'll buy you for the next convention. I'll buy your GA ticket to that convention, or if you already have your GA ticket, I'll buy you another one. I don't know, give it to your team. Okay. And then if you're not already in my city, I'm going to come to your city for 2 to 3 days and we're going to throw an event. Cool. And then P2000, yes, going to send you new AirPods, like the brand new ones, the ones that are like $250, $300. Yeah, those ones. Or if you already have those, I'll get you another pair. Or I'll just get you a VIP ticket to the next convention, like whatever, cool. And then we're going to have an event in your city. I'll come out there for probably like 4 or 5 days, and we'll get a chairman leader to come out there and do the event with us. Sick. Okay. And then P5, I'm just going through this because I'm excited. P5, new MacBook Pro. Okay. And then we're going to have an event in your city or whatever city that you choose. And we'll get like Jason Brown, Matt Rosa, Alex Morton, some big top dog out there. Sick. And then Chairman 10, y'all, I like something crazy. I was telling Josh this yesterday. I was like, I don't know, I'll just slap $5,000 in your bank account and we'll go on a fucking trip. Like, excuse my French, but like, guys, we're going to do something insane. Okay. So I just kind of wrote this up. I'm pumped. Like, just kind of reading this, it gets me so excited. I hope you guys are excited because this applies to anybody on the team. So I hope you guys are excited. I hope you guys are pumped. Take advantage of this because I don't know. I'm just stoked. So that's it. Hopefully this was helpful and kind of bring you guys back on track. These calls are really just designed to like keep everybody, you know, back to center, regrouping, and honestly just building our belief. You guys ever heard that saying of like raising the bar? Bar is just, you know, belief, actions, results. So that's what we're doing on these calls. That's what we do every time we plug into the campfire, you know, raising the bar, raising your belief, which obviously in turn will raise the level of the actions that you take, which obviously will increase the results, the quality of actions that you're taking. So that is it for me. Who has any input or whatever that they want to kind of break down and share with us? Any input, anything, go for it.
Yeah, I'm just ready to smash Chairman 10, to be honest.
P what?
Chairman 10.
Chairman 10.
No. What was that?
So here's my problem. Here's my problem with a lot of my friends. Everyone's in the stock market and they don't want to leave the stock market. That's my problem that I'm running into.
Well, so here's the thing, Kim. Yeah. I get questions like this all the time. We're not in the. I think the biggest thing to remember is we're not in the convincing business. You know, I don't need to convince anybody to come trade Forex or cryptocurrency because it's like, this just makes so much sense. Like I had a guy tell me the other day, you should be investing into stocks, which don't worry, I have my own portfolio in the stock market, but it's not doing as good as my like Bitcoin portfolio.
Yeah. No, I completely agree.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, like, they're like, oh, like I've tried it or something. I've had two friends that are like, oh, I tried it and I lost a lot of money. And I was like, I don't know what to like respond on that,
You ask them, well, did you ever have mentorship? Were you educated?
Yeah, that is a good another follow-up on that.
Yeah. And here's the thing too, with your friends and your buddies or whoever it is, I always tell people, like, if you're the one that's trying to convince them, or you're the one that's always answering their questions, you want to make sure that what you're doing is systematic and duplicatable. So anytime I'm trying to talk to my friends about something, I just, if they don't take a look at what I'm doing, I just usually kind of cut conversation off. Because for me personally, I don't have the time or the energy to put into that kind of conversation, because all it is just back and forth going nowhere. So I'll tell them, like, hey, look, man, like, that's awesome that you're doing that. Kudos and best wishes to you. I really want to share some info with you that does have the ability to like absolutely shift the way that you think about money, and like how you can actually invest your money on a long-term scale, like more liquidity, like however you want to say it. And if they can't even take a look at a 20-minute video, it's not your people. I mean, they could be your best friends. That's fine. But it's just, we don't want to waste time in conversation that's going nowhere. Because once you send somebody the exposure and they watch it, you don't want to spend time in that conversation now going back and forth with questions. You want to say, hey, I totally get it. You're a little skeptical. You got some questions on your hand. But what I want to do is introduce you to, one of my mentors. And you get the conversation off of your shoulders, and now you put it on Tony's, right?
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, just following the process. But bro, if you have more questions like that, feel free to message me and Tony in a group chat, and we'll take care of you. We'll point you in the right direction.
All right.
It's just about posture moving forward.
Yeah.
And you'll grow on that.
Gotcha.
Who else? What we got? Input?
Man, just super, like Tony said, just super excited about everything, working with you guys. So, like you said, just becoming part of the process. And yeah, I agree with you just about how you were saying, just with your close friends and trying to get them going. Like, it's not a convincing game. You give them the information and, use that three-way to make them help them come to a decision. And in the end, whatever that decision is, that's your decision. We know where we're headed as a group, as a team, and individually.
Gotcha.
Hell yeah. Absolutely. What's the other thing I was gonna tell you is, yeah, I keep telling Josh this and talking to Alex about it, but you will find that this not only becomes so much more simple, but a lot more fun as you continue to like do things that you don't want to do. And what I mean by that is like get outside your comfort zone. If you haven't spoke on the Zoom overviews, try doing an intro. I promise you, it's the most uncomfortable feeling ever. Trust me. I know a lot of you guys can agree, but it will make you better and it will make you more resilient. And the more that you do it, the more confident you will become. And I always tell people when I'm in the inbox with somebody, or even if I'm in person with them, you can't phase me, guys. You can't phase me when it comes to what we do. I sincerely believe that what we have is literally the best thing that you could be a part of. You're learning how money works. You're getting financially educated. You're multiplying your money from your phone. You don't got to talk to anybody. And if you do want to talk to people, you have the ability to make insane residual income by helping people get financially educated, which I truly believe solves the world's biggest epidemic, which is not this virus. I'm sorry. It's poverty.
Yeah.
People don't know how to think for themselves. And we're helping people do that. You're laughing. So you guys have to be sold out on what you're doing. And that comes with time. Trust me. Like, it wasn't an overnight thing for me. It's just beating on your craft every day. Getting in on the Go Live sessions. Every time I get on Go Live, I'm like, oh my God, this is why I'm here. This makes so much sense. You hop on Luke and Kim's session one time, S&P
Oh, yeah.
500 went up like 75 plus pips the other day in like 30 minutes. I was like, oh my God, this is unreal.
That Josh Sase or whatever from Dallas, he's pretty good too. He does swipe trading. He does long-term swipe trading.
Oh, Sayani? Justin Sayani?
Yeah.
On Steady?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Starboy.
good. Yeah, he's good. He's really good. But yeah, y'all, that's it from me. Anybody else have anything that they want to share? Any input? Anything at all? I'm just anxious to hear from you guys, that's all.
Tony? No? Yes?
I don't know what else you guys want me to say besides, like, my goal is to hit P1000 before Mikey comes to Arizona.
Mikey. Oh, Mike. Okay.
When is that?
He's coming on the 30th, bro,
Let's
Oh.
for like a week.
Let's get it.
So,
Yeah.
So is the Houston event still happening?
as of right now, yes.
Oh, okay. Because that's like 3.5 hours from me.
There you go.
Yep. It's close.
Very cool.
So real quick, I just wanted to add, Abby, I really like how you have kind of everything in order, so to speak, in terms of like, there's no confusion about how to get into IM Academy, how to start as a customer in the first 30 days, which is, I hate to say it, but this is like with the exception of working with Chance previously, this is like the first real, like, okay, I know what I need to do. And it's clear and it's concise, and it's not like there's no confusion. And it's very easy also for me to use your doc and like use it for somebody else and say, look, this is what you got to do. Bam, 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 bam. I sound like a pro, even though like I probably feel like I don't know what I'm doing, but because everything is already there and it's in place, I don't have to worry about that. So that's freaking awesome. Just kind of add random things. I tend to be all over the place, but I wrote a few things down. The other day, Josh, when you were wearing your KC shirt, my old platoon medic is a Chiefs fan. So he came into my DMs just to talk about the Chiefs. I said, yo, that's my trading squad. And then he goes, like, stocks? I'm like, no, this and this and that. Let me send you some info. And he was just completely open to it. It was like a brief, 15-second Instagram, recording of your intro call. And it just so happened that you were talking about money isn't everything, but, we need it at the same time. And so it kind of opened the door for conversation. And I guess I just wanted to add, like, we don't have to put everything out there on social media in terms of like our calls, but something might resonate with someone that might have never been open to you in the past. Some people are just completely closed off to these ideas. Even if they know you, they open the door because they were curious about something they saw. So I don't know if that's like a big point to talk about, but I felt like that was pretty cool because I didn't have to even try to say like, hey, yo, check this out. Like, I'm like, yo, this is my people. They're like, he's like, oh, like this, and I'm like, no, it's this. Let me show you. And so that was too easy.
Okay, I don't mean to interrupt you, but kind of me and Abby were actually talking about something similar to that, and I messaged her yesterday, just because I thought that we could kind of. I was thinking we could create like a Facebook platform, and I didn't know what to do with it, but I felt like it could just help build the culture. And like I was telling Abby, like I feel like just having like small testimonials or like weekly processes from people we're bringing in the group, just to build that strength or that reassurance. If somebody's not quite sure and joining, you can kind of just point them and let other people speak for you and their experience with the company at a week, 30 days, 90 days, and just something like that. So that's just what I had in mind for something for the team.
No, that definitely sounds like a good idea. And again, the consistency of the calls and I it's new for me. So I just like what you guys are doing. I like the culture that you guys have, and I like the energy most first and foremost. I think Abby, we met a little while ago now, so we've kind of known each other for a bit, and you never stopped, and I respect that a lot. And I think that makes me really drawn to you guys as a whole. And so, I just really like what you guys are doing here. And I also wanted to share, I really like that idea. I think if, I can help in any way, with that Facebook group, I think that like you said, creating that culture and pushing people in that direction to say like, look, this is what we're doing, so to speak, and kind of empower with sharing knowledge and other things that have nothing to do with this and everything to do with mindset. Lastly, I wanted to add, I was listening to the Ed Milet show a while back. I'm pretty sure you guys are all familiar with that. And I actually went from like listening to music to listening to the Ed Milet show day and night at the gym. When I was working, I consumed it. And I noticed how I was thinking and behaving and doing things differently without even really like paying attention to it, if that makes sense. It took me a little while to say, hey, I'm being a little bit more consistent. I care a little bit more. All these little things were happening without me actually even trying. And so I've been having a hard time finding a new podcast, and I don't know if you guys have listened to it, but I've been listening to Impact Theory at least recently. It's Tom Bilyeu, I think is his name. And just the first episode with Michael Strahan, I've been binging on these, and like I've been listening to it over and over. And like I've reduced the amount of music that I've been listening to. Not that it's bad, but I realize that it takes up the majority of my listening, and it's affected my life. And so, I've just been listening to Impact Theory and the shit that he says on there. He talks like me. I know you said I don't mean to curse a lot. You might catch me slipping a lot with the cursing. That's just how I talk. But I could relate so much in a lot of the stuff that he was talking there, and I just realized that just how important it is for us to really be consuming that kind of stuff. Books, podcasts, whatever it is. So I really wanted to share that with you guys, just because it's something that I'm noticing almost immediately, just making that change from one day to the next. And it's pretty awesome. So I just want to share that with you guys.
That's awesome. I honestly did the same thing in the past week or so, kind of just cut down on listening to music and put that good input, into your head, and like you said, that retrains your subconscious. That's awesome.
Dope, y'all. I like it.
I have
Tom,
one more thing to add real quick.
go for it.
For all you guys who listen to personal development, listen to Kevin Trudeau's "Your Wish Is Your Command." I'm telling you, you guys listen to the entire 13-volume series, your life will change.
Good stuff. Good stuff. What was I gonna say? Yeah, y'all, that's good. I like this. I like when we can, like, I don't know, not just me be the only one talking. I really do appreciate you guys giving input and stuff. I do want to provide a training and everything and come prepared, but hearing us like kind of bounce ideas off each other, I think is really important because this is, this is not, Mikey talked about it the other week. He was like, this isn't the Mike show. This isn't the Jason and Matt Rosa show. This isn't the Abby show. This is our thing, guys. And I think the more that we step up as leaders and contribute, and take a sense of accountability and responsibility and ownership, then you really start to feel like, well, like this is like I'm a part of something like bigger than myself. And then you just start to step in and and own the role that you're in. So I think that's super, super important. Josh, I was just going to touch on the Facebook group. I think that would be really, really powerful. I think I was telling you the other day, we had something like this before, whether it was for prospects or for just the team only. The only thing that I was going to say is Mike Sotero does have a Telegram chat. So if we were going to do something for like just the team, he does have a Telegram chat with like a bunch of stuff like results and things like that, which can be effective. But if we're wanting to like step into our own space and do something like that for our squad and build off of that, the biggest thing that I would say is it is duplicatable. That's the number one question I always have is like, if we're going to do something, it has to be systematic, has to be duplicatable. But is like, are all hands on deck. Because I've been in a position where, we try something or we do something and it comes down to like only one person committing to it. And then it's like, all right, well, what are we doing this? Like, what are we all doing this for? So I think implementing a system about it, I think writing down some ideas and kind of moving forward with it and really knowing like the goal and the purpose of it. Maybe that's something we can like go through this week and write down ideas and then come back on the next week's call and really have maybe an agenda in place. I think what we have right now is really, really solid. And I think continuing to stay the course, stay the system. And this is something that we can have as just another way to leverage as social proof, as, we are all winning. But it's going to take a team effort. Can't just be one person. I think that's the biggest thing to keep in mind too.
For sure. That definitely makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool. Awesome, guys. Yep. Anybody else have anything that they want to share?
Everybody have a great week, man. Everybody just take care of business, stay connected, and let's level up.
Cool, y'all. Last thing, I just almost forgot. We're going to do the Zoom to Success call. Those are happening every Sunday at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central European time, Sundays. Tony's going to be rocking the one tomorrow as our featured trader. These calls are going to be really, really cool for the team to plug into. Again, it's just about raising the bar, raising our belief, our actions, our results. And it's helping people stay on track and really be able to, no matter where they're at in their journey, be able to amplify and increase their results. That's really what it's about. So when we can hear from other people and their journeys, their setbacks, their challenges, everything, their wins, then it's only going to help people be able to build belief. I think the biggest thing is really edifying the platform. So when we talk about what we're doing, bringing it back to the platform so people know where they can go to find their success. Because
like the tools.
Exactly.
Like the tools are very important.
Yeah, exactly. So if I think the biggest thing to just keep in mind, I don't think we're gonna have a problem here with everybody. You guys are all very very humble, very grounded, down to earth. But as long as we continue to maintain that humility and bringing things back to, bringing things back to the platform and where we're actually finding our success, whether it's from the educators, the whatever, and making it team driven, not leader driven, team driven, not leader driven. Then we're going to shut out the bad juju and the ego, and we're going to keep a humble team. And I think that's really, really critical if we want long-term success. So that's tomorrow. And then again, Monday through Friday, the Zoom overviews. Invite to those. Wa Bowie made us some killer flyers. Feel free to leverage them. If you need the flyers, I'll send them to you directly. But it's cool because we can really attract any demographic with those flyers. And Wa like kind of gave me like the breakdown of like why he did it the way that he did it. So instead of how to win online, he like was doing a lot of research in the background. Guys, it took like 2 months for him to get these flyers to me. And I was patiently waiting, and I was like, oh my God, these are worth it. Like, these are so good. But instead it's called How to Succeed in the Digital Age. And I was like, bruh, that's badass. That's good. Because then it's not just like, you don't have this trading, like, you know, people don't think it's trading. They don't know what it is. And then you don't give it away. Because I don't know, when you say like trading or Forex, sometimes people are thrown off and they put their guard up and they, you know, they think that they have all the answers. But when it's how to succeed in the digital age, it's like, well, what is that? It could be anything. And we're moving into e-commerce in the fall, so we have to be able to, you know, think long term. Well, this isn't just a trading company. This is a skill sets company. We're teaching people skill sets, man. Like, we're teaching people financial education. So I'm just thinking big picture, allowing you guys to take, you know, to take a part of it. And again, guys, don't be afraid to give input. I'm so open to input, even if it hurts my ego a little bit at the end of the day, but I do appreciate it. And I do appreciate all of you guys. You really have no idea. I think about all of you guys every single day. And I just want to see you guys win on a massive, massive level. So
the Austin Godsley, I don't know if the rest of y'all watched the Austin Godsley thing that Tony showed me. That was pretty eye-opening, basically. That guy started from nothing.
Austin
Nothing.
Dope.
Yeah. That was crazy. 72 hours? He had like what? Over 30 people, Tony? What was it?
Yeah, so he ended up, so while everyone else was partying in Vegas with Chris Terry, Austin went to LA, started reaching out to everyone, and then after LA, went straight to Mexico, and for a week he was building. He ended up building for a month out there, but yeah, I think he said something like around 12 or 15 people within like the first like 3 days of actually building, and you know. It just goes to show, you know, the more we talk to people, it doesn't matter if they say yes or no. It really comes down to knowing our intention that, you know, we're doing this because people need this. But if people don't want to do this, then obviously we don't have to force them to do anything, because we have, you know, we have the tools, we have the resources to actually make that money regardless of whatever happens.
Yeah.
Dope, y'all. All right, let's go crush your guys' Saturday. I appreciate, love all of you guys. Stay tuned. We got big things on the way, and hopefully you guys stack up your account this week. Talk to y'all later. Peace.